Hello YouTube. Today I'm here to record very belatedly the gender tag. I know the gender tag is like pretty old, but I thought it would be a good way to do a sort of general introduction to me and to some of the queer stuff that will be coming out on this channel. So to start, first question is, how do you self-identify your gender and what does that definition mean to you? I identify as non-binary, first and foremost, trans and queer. Like, I think queerness is a part of my gender for sure, and femme as well. And those things together, what they mean, a lot of times I describe my gender, I will say, like, you know how male and female is supposed to be a spectrum? Well, I'm like a pink blob off in the universe somewhere. Of course, male and female is not really a spectrum. That's kind of the joke. But yeah, I think my gender is, another way I'll say it is, some people describe themselves as genderless, and I think of myself as genderful. So it's a lot of different elements, but very specific to me. That I pull in, and it doesn't feel like my gender relates really clearly to other people's genders. Although I have definitely met people where I'm like, oh my god, gender, it me. But typically those people tend to often also be in a kind of genderqueer space. Number two, what pronouns honor you? I like the wording of that question because the answer is Z and here. I use they and them more and more often because I think people are more used to them. But I picked my pronouns before they and them were really in currency, and Z and here feel most correct to me. Number three, describe the style of clothing you most often wear. I used to kind of call my style lazy femme, and I think that's probably still accurate. I wear what's comfortable. I've gotten to a point in my life, I'm in my mid-30s, and I've gotten to a point in my life where I just don't really give a fuck. Like, I think I used to have this idea of femme and like what femme was to me as being not necessarily high femme, but like incorporating things like heels and tons of accessories, and like I love that style, but I've come to realize that that's not really my style. That's a style I'm attracted to, but it's not my style. So bright colors, fun t-shirts, usually just comfy pants, or do love skirts with pockets though. So eShakti and ModCloth. Since I discovered those websites, more skirts. But yeah, comfortable. Number four, talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? I don't do anything, so I just let body hair be body hair. I do have a fair amount of it, so in most places you might expect body hair, it is there. I have this little femme stash that I kind of wish was darker. And most of my facial hair is just tons of hair on my neck. I wish it was like a little more, I don't know, cool. But that is what it is. I nervously pluck at it, but it's not because I want to remove it. It's just a nervous habit. I don't do anything with any other hair because fuck beauty standards. Number five, talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What kind of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? Pretty light on cosmetics. I enjoy lipstick, really enjoy lipstick. I don't wear it enough. Just forget it's there, really. I don't wear other makeup. I've tried so many times with like YouTube tutorials to learn to do eye makeup, and I finally just decided to let that go and acknowledge that I can't do eye makeup. It's not a talent I have. It's okay. But yeah, and I'm not really a perfume person, although I've been enjoying trying some interesting scents. Like I have a leather cologne that's really nice. I do enjoy body products, so I definitely I'm on Etsy a lot, and fun with like different kinds of soaps and things. I like the scents I like are usually the like baking ones, so cinnamon, cloves, um, stuff like that.
Number 6, have you ever experienced being misgendered? If so, how often?
All the time, pretty much constantly. Um, Obviously by strangers. Most people gender me female. Occasionally people will gender me male and then correct themselves. And by people, unfortunately, by people I know fairly frequently, especially at work. I think everybody at work is sort of, well, I shouldn't say everyone. Most people at work are trying. Most people at work forget. And it takes too many spoons to constantly correct people. Although I do have some folks at work who are great about correcting other colleagues, which I really appreciate. Do you experience dysphoria? How does that affect you? I do. More social dysphoria, just because the world isn't really designed for genderqueerness or non-binary or anything other than male and female, and so certainly social dysphoria in that way. I'm always happy when I'm in a space that makes some sort of nod to the fact that there are more than two genders. It affects me in sort of a persistent, frustrating way over time. So it's just little things over time, that add up. And I think because of that, being seen as myself is a really big deal to me. And people where I genuinely feel that, like, I super connect with.
8, talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child? Do you want to be the prime? No, I don't like children, so no children. Nothing to do with gender, just don't like children. Number 9, talk about money. Is it important for you to provide for a family financially? Is it important that you earn more money than a partner? Do you prefer to pay for things on dates, etc.?
Generally, I am into financial autonomy, so I'm fine paying for things, especially if I'm in a relationship with somebody who doesn't have as much. I think that's reasonable, and I've been in relationships where I didn't have as much, and I was happy to accept folks paying for dates and things, but it's not on any gender lines, and I would be very uncomfortable sharing finances in a relationship. Not a thing I would do. And then number 10 is there anything else about gender? There are many other things I have to say about gender, and if you have something you would like me to say or like me to talk about, please leave a comment. I'm happy to do some gender-related videos in the future, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, thanks.